Good evening. I'd like to bring the March 12th, 2024 meeting to order. Start with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation and the first responders who protect our neighborhoods. Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Here.
Councilwoman Noon.
Here.
Councilman Brooks.
Here.
Councilman Sackett.
Here.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Here.
Councilman Quinn.
Here.
Councilman Wojtovich.
Here.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Here.
President Kritz.
Here. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the Daily Record and the Star Ledger, the official newspapers for the Township of Rockaway. Notice was posted on the official bulletin boards of Rockaway Township, the Township website, and notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk. Before we get going, I'm going to hand over the meeting to the Mayor. James, come on up. We're going to turn our backs to everybody, sorry.
So it's always a great honor to have Eagle Scouts participate in projects, Eagle Scouts from our community. So this is James Olson, earned the rank of Eagle Scout recently. James, can you tell everybody, you grew up in Rockaway Township, what schools you go to?
Sure. Well, when I was in elementary school, I went to Birchwood Elementary. And for middle school, I went to Copeland Middle School. And right now I go to, I'm a graduating senior of Morris Hills High School.
Nice. And tell everybody about the project you did for Eagle Scouts.
Sure thing. For my Eagle Scout project, I built 12 easels for Celebrate the Children, which is a school in Denville. And it's a special education school. So I built easels with multiple different levels. So for the art class, students of all sizes and all abilities could use the easels to paint.
How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
17. I didn't do anything nearly that good at 17. So to honor James and his commitment to the township and what he's done with his life so far, we create a proclamation. So whereas service to the community, which benefits the common good, is necessary and is honorable. Whereas the Boy Scouts of America is a volunteer organization that for the past 114 years has provided the opportunity for thousands of young people to develop strong character and resolution and to grow into healthy and productive adults. And whereas James Olson of Troop 113 has steadily risen through the ranks of scouting and has taken leadership roles of increasing responsibility along the way. In his current role of senior patrol leader, James has led the troop through the planning and running of meetings as well as campouts. He has also actively worked to help other scouts develop skills and enable themselves to move up the ranks. Whereas James Olson has earned the highest rank honor in the Boy Scouts, the rank of Eagle Scout, and for his Eagle Scout project, James designed and constructed 12 easels out of oak for the Art Development Department of Celebrate the Children, a special needs school in Denville. On his journey to receiving this award, James has developed many leadership skills, which he has applied in other areas of his life, including as captain of the high school bowling team and concertmaster of the Morris Hills Orchestra. Now, therefore, I, Joe Jackson, Mayor of the Township of Rockaway, do hereby congratulate James Olson on this distinguished achievement of earning the rank of Eagle Scout and call upon the citizens of Rockaway Township to extend their congratulations and best wishes for a life of happiness and continued success. Congratulations.
Right now, hoping entry IP.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. We're going to move on to the approval of the minutes from the February 27th Township Council regular meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kritz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion passes. The approval of minutes for the February 27th Township Council Executive Session minutes. Can I have a motion?
So move. Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg,
Yes.
President Kritz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. We're going to move on to the open to the public portion. I will call your name from the sign-in sheet. When I call your name, please come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. And I am, as a reminder, there is a 3-minute time limit. Bob Norton.
Thank you, President and council members. I'm Bob Norton. I live at 53 Cayuga Avenue. Enjoyed living there 24 years now with my wife Francesca. And my concern is from what I'm hearing in the news constantly by our congressional legislators that every state is a border state. So I know we have a security, roving security around White Meadow Lake. And we've had that in place for many, many years. I'm wondering if you've ever considered a watch program, as many other towns as well as Parsippany, if that's something that's ever been on the books, something that you've talked about, considered. As a senior citizen, I'm a little bit concerned about what's happening in New York City, some overflow, what might we be concerned of, how to protect ourselves. That's what's on my mind.
Okay. If he's inclined to, I'll ask the chief to comment on that when it's his part of the report.
In the past years, we've had the neighborhood watch in the different areas of the township. Unfortunately, like everything else, people move away, interest wanes. What happens is that the program just goes defunct. But, by all means, if we can get the interest, we'd be more than happy to start, whether just for White Meadow Lake or for any other areas, Birchwood, Telemark, what have you.
Yeah.
We've had it in the past, and the problem has been just that, after a while, people just drift away,
Right.
or they lose interest.
So maybe what we'll do is that we'll put the two of you in touch maybe after the meeting and we can discuss if there's any actions we can take.
Right. Yeah, I love my neighbors, and I keep an eye out, as I always have. Like, my neighbors across the street went off to work, left the front door open. So,
Understood. We'll see if we can get
Thank
you guys together. Thank you. Aref Asaf?
Good evening. Arif Asaf, 138 White Meadow Road, Rockaway. I want to start my 3 minutes by wishing you a blessed Ramadan. This is the second day of the fasting month where Muslims around the world are fasting from sunrise till sunset. So I will make my remarks short because I need to go back home and join in the feast that's being prepared for us. Rockaway Township, through its council president and council members, the mayor's office, and the administration, is taking the lead in discussing, debating, and considering for adoption a very significant resolution that clearly rejects any acts of racism against Muslims and any other minority and any other person. So I applaud you for taking the initiative, accepting our invite to consider this resolution. I hope you will adopt it, and this will be the start of a statewide movement to have other towns and cities consider similar resolutions. And I wish you again blessed Ramadan, and I thank you. We're hoping that you will take the decision as soon as possible so that our members can return to their homes and prepare for their dinner and also for the evening prayers. Thank you again.
Did anybody who did not sign the sheet wish for an opportunity to speak? Name and address.
Good evening, Council. Mus Pasasa, Stephen Place. I'd like to thank you for this opportunity and would like to express myself and my family and my community why we should adopt this resolution. As we just pledge our allegiance, my children and their children, your children, every day they go to the school and they pledge the allegiance to be all liberty under one country. And freedom of religion, freedom of expressing themselves. When my kids go to school, I would like them to feel free. Sarah, she's 15 years old. She decided to put the veil on herself. Unfortunately, one of the kids came one day, wrapping himself with the bathroom tissues, said, "Oh, I'm Sarah. I don't want my kids to be in this predicament. I'm sure you don't want your kids to be in the same predicament." The other kids also had another incident where her teacher called the roll in, and it happened, her number was 9. One student next to her, she goes, 9, 11, and he gave her that face. So I would like you to adopt this resolution to feel our community to be safe under our constitutional right for freedom of religion. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else from the public wish to speak? Okay. Okay, we're going to move on to the consent. Did somebody raise their hand? Yeah, sure. Don't be shy, stick it up there. Name and address, please.
Samia Malik, 28 Hillsborough Court. I wasn't planning on speaking today, but I just wanted to say I applaud everyone who was responsible for bringing the Islamophobia resolution to light. I know Councilperson Brooks, Councilman Freelander, where is he? And Mayor were at a Ramadan event that we put together rather quickly, but it ended up being an amazing event for the kids, especially who live in this town. It was like the first time they really felt that they could celebrate who they were. Obviously, they're American children. They participate in everything that goes on in town here, but they're also Muslim. And for them, it was a very important thing. And so this, I feel like, will solidify that feeling of unity that we're trying to bring to Rockaway. And I also have a 5-year-old daughter who just started kindergarten. So to have something like this passed, it would just warm my heart because I would know that she's protected in the schools as she continues in the school system. Thank you.
Thanks. And I failed to mention that we'll also sign this and post it out front like we do with similar resolution. Okay, anybody else? Going once. Okay, consent agenda. R24-53, R-24-54, R-24-55, R-24-56, R-24-57, R-24-59, and R-24-60. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kritz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Consent agenda passes. Go eat.
Time to party.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to move around the order a little bit. We're going to go to the appointment to the Zoning Board of Adjustment, Eric Wikelski, for a 2-year term. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg,
Yes.
President Kritz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion passes. Congratulations. We're going to go to reports, and just so everybody knows, after reports, we are going to have a closed session. I don't anticipate any action being taken after the closed session, but we will not be ending the meeting as soon as this is done. Just want to let everybody know that. Let's start with Councilman Friedlander. I was going to say Jack, but he was taking a drink. I didn't want him. All right, go ahead.
Yes. Okay, library, all the programs are going strong. The discussion was the planning of the library festival, so I'll keep you posted as far as that. Substance Abuse Alliance is going strong. The next phase is 3, where we have another guest speaker, and we're planning the Celebrity Day. It's May 30th. It'll be starting real early with Copeland, and there's going to be a tremendous amount of guest speakers that day. Let's see, substance, okay, environmental committee, the only thing on discussion was, the reviewing of, Christ the Church, area with the planning board, and the discussion, with the proposal warehouse in Rockaway Borough that will affect, Rockaway Township tremendously as far as that area. Historical Society project is going as planned. They just finished the AC in Fort Fayette House. We're just waiting to hear what the septic, because you can't do anything with the building until the septic and water is running through, and that's the next thing. Program is Pathways. That's where we're involved with the county, and planning more programs right after that until we finally we're able to open it up. And that's it.
Councilwoman Noonan?
Couple quick things. I just want to thank, I don't know, the chief, I went down Mount Prospect where the signs were missing. I know we discussed it with the chief and with Paula, so I did go down. They are up, so thank you for that. And the other thing is there's a telephone pole on Rockaway Road and CBS. I guess there was an accident, I want to say going back to the fall, and they just left it's just all over the place. So who's responsible for cleaning that? Is it JCP&L, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I can contact our government representative.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Councilperson Brooks?
Thank you. First, I want to start off, I know they had already left, but I really appreciated the invite to the Ramadan celebration on Friday night. It was a fantastic time to learn. Personally myself, I didn't know as much about it, so that was really sweet. The kids had put on a performance and they sang and it was amazing. Then to find out they put it all together, there had to be 20, 30 kids ranging from 4 to maybe 10. And they put together this song and this little performance in what I was told a week on Zoom.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. There's one little boy who's definitely going to be on America's Got Talent one day. He was fantastic. But again, heartfelt thank you for that. I learned a lot and it was a wonderful celebration and I can't wait for next year. Secondly, the Board of Ed meets tomorrow at 7:30 at Copeland Middle School. They're going to be recognizing some students from DBO. The CMS Theater Company is also going to come in and perform a song from their Into the Woods. That's their production this year. Tickets for that, I think, go on sale on their website starting tomorrow. Opening night is Thursday the 21st. There's a performance on the Friday the 22nd, Saturday the 23rd. I hear they go like hotcakes. I'm a lucky parent who got like first dibs. Also, the Rockaway Township Education Foundation was in desperate need of officials and people to take over their board, the individuals who were doing it quite some time, and it was time for them to step down, and they had found some people to step up, so they're electing those. And last but not least, I want to congratulate Lieutenant Kepler and the Knowles Hills hockey team. They brought home their 5th state championship last week. And here's a little fun fact that I didn't know. We're one of 5 high school programs that have won 5 state titles, along with Del Barton, Brick, Christian Brothers, and Randolph. So it's pretty nice company. Out of the 10 seniors, Dougie, correct me if I'm wrong, 10 seniors, 5 of them were from Rockaway Township, and have gone through the Rockaway Township program. So congrats to those kids. Congrats to Lieutenant Kepler. That's all I have.
Councilman Witovich?
I have nothing to report, but when it comes to the chief, if you could just explain whatever you could information provide to us. I know at the last budget hearing you talked about the pond view incident where DEA and AK-47 was involved. So when you get a chance, if you could please provide some information to us, that'd be great.
Sir.
Councilman Brooks?
Thank you, Council President. Couple things on my end. I know I don't know the date of the Mars Hill School play, but I know the Mars Knowles School play will be this week.
I think it's already passed.
That one was passed.
It was this past weekend.
The Knowles one will be this week on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think I'll be attending the Thursday show. which is Legally Blonde, if I remember correctly. So that should be pretty fun. In terms of the recreational hockey program, our season just ended last weekend. We had several of our teams in the finals, and our squirt team won the championship. So, and my daughter was on that team, so pretty exciting there. So, and that is it on my end.
Councilman Sackett.
Thank you, Council President. I attended the Morristown St. Patrick's Day Parade over the weekend, and I was honored to march with all my fellow elected officials throughout the county. It was great to see the Rockaway Township Fire Department there. I took the train in with Sean D'Amico, and we all trained back, and it was a really fun day. It rained quite a bit, but great to march and see all the elected officials, and a ton of residents from Rockaway were there as I was marching through the route, people, cheering, so it was great. Over 10,000 people were there, so great time over the weekend. Also, received a thank you note from one of the residents, so just wanted to read it. Dear Councilman Sackett, thank you for your assistance with our property tax issues. We are very grateful. Naomi and Steve Drabick. So I also want to thank administration for helping me get that thank you note and doing a great job and making the residents feel very thankful. So thank you so much. That's all I have.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes, thank you. March, the planning board canceled. Our next meeting is going to be April 15th. Recreation Committee, we canceled. There wasn't enough people to come to the meeting. Too many people are doing a lot of spring sports popped. So everybody is running around, as everybody knows. And we'll move on. Let's see. Dial Ride is having its St. Patty's Day party tomorrow at Muldoon in the mall. So we're going over there, and the residents that use Dial Ride are very grateful for this, and they really enjoy it. It's something they look forward to, at least getting out, other than going to doctors and or physical therapy, occupational therapy, or whatever. And same thing with the kids that are special needs that go to OTC training. They're all welcome, and it's open to anybody in town that wants to do it. They just have to get into Veronica and let her know, and they can drive there and meet us there, or get on the Dial Ride list and they'll pick them up. But you have to fill out the paperwork and be certified. Let's see what else. Congratulations, like Councilwoman Brooks brought up about Mars Knolls, Mars Hills hockey. It's great. I really enjoy watching the kids play, especially my grandson when he plays with the Rockaway team. And now lacrosse is getting ready to kick, baseball's kicking, so soccer. So everybody enjoy the spring sports. Hopefully this weather will break. It's crazy when it rains, snows, hails in one day, and then the sun comes out. But, it is, the eyes of March are coming, so let's get through this and move on. Thank you.
Chief, can we get some extra patrols at Muldoon's tomorrow?
You gotta watch them drunken people. That's why we get a bus.
We'll just commandeer the bus, throw everyone in the back.
Council Vice President.
All right, thank you. Nothing to report, but I do have a request for the administration, and if maybe we could have this by the next council meeting. I was hoping to get an update on the town master plan. Haven't heard anything about that, and I believe that is due. And also did hear from a few residents wondering if we're having a Rockaway Day this year. So again, I was hoping to get an update that I can pass along on that. So thank you.
Ms. Yatrafano, good to see you in better health.
Thank you. I'm going to defer to closed session, but anybody who says I sound like Vito Corleone's in trouble.
How are you?
So on the 28th, Mr. Friedlander mentioned I attended the Denville Planning Board meeting with Ms. Cosarelli and other members of the Rockaway Township community that spoke. Basically, I think our concerns went unheard. The planning board unanimously approved the warehouse to go in Denville. So it's going to be constructed. They don't have tenants yet, so we really don't know what's going to go in there. My understanding from the people that spoke is that some of their ordinances were changed so that it didn't have to go in front of their planning board or their board of adjustments. So it's done. The only inspections that'll be done from an environmental standpoint are by their own health department. So it was disappointing. And for those who get the Citizen, there was an article about it that talked to, and I had some quotes in there, and some members of the Denville community had some quotes. And that was the thing that was funny. The people from Denville were apologizing to the people from Rockaway that were there. So just not a sad thing. So I think the budget meeting went well, and I want to thank the council for how they conducted themselves. I think you guys asked great questions. I think there was good debate, good discussion, and that's how meetings should be conducted, and I appreciate that. Councilwoman Brooks mentioned the passing of Art Crane, and I actually attended the wake and got to listen to when you somebody who's been in this community and part of this community so long in the waiting area, people talked stories about him and how he impacted their lives in a positive way, and we had great representation from our fire department, so he will definitely be missed in our community. At the most recent Historical Society meeting, they did a presentation on Revolutionary War weapons and uniforms and things like that. It was very informative, very cool. If you guys ever get a chance, just try and go to a meeting. They're very cool. I met with an Eagle Scout candidate. We have another Eagle Scout candidate who is looking to for his project to be to replace the flagpole outside the senior center and make improvements around that area and put up like a legit flagpole, maybe put a sitting area, things of that nature. Miss Ferrante's already told me she'll get a chainsaw and cut down some trees for us, and it'll all be good. We heard about the Ramadan awareness event. It was really touching and moving, and Jeff's not here, right? We were definitely in violation of fire codes because there were a lot of people there. There were like over 100 people in the senior center, and it was just great. And then over the weekend, I was able to marry a couple, which was very nice. Besides the Knowles Hills Knowles hockey team, there are also some other great things that happen in town. So the Morris Knowles boys relay team at the New Balance Nationals ran a 3:28:38, which is number 6 in state history, and no other team was able to beat their time, so they came in first. And the lineup is Greg Palma, Elijah Bastos, Tyler Spillane, and I didn't want to pronounce that. How's it? Say it again. Yeah. So great job by all of them. And then I don't know if anybody had a chance to look. I think this is in the Citizen too. A mother and her daughter, Miriam and Lexi Donnelly, visited the Capitol on Tuesday to urge lawmakers to support foreign assistance and help combat preventative and curable illnesses across the globe. So Rockaway Township residents going down to D.C. and making a difference. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I'll end with, we got a really nice call from a resident commenting about one of our police officers saying that she reported her wallet lost or stolen at ShopRite. The situation is very stressful, and the professionalism and compassion that the officer showed her really made a big difference, and she wanted his superiors to know about it. And, it's really cool to get feedback like that. We have a great police force, and I was just proud to get that, so I wanted to share that too, and that's all I have for tonight.
Just to kind of add on to what the mayor was talking about, the zoning board, and you saw we had one appointment tonight. I still have 2 positions open on the zoning board. Our zoning board. If anybody is interested, I would encourage you to go onto the website, fill out an application. It's a very important position. It's a great way to start getting involved if you're not already. Ms. Cosarelli?
Okay, thank you, Council President. I just want to let everyone know the township applied for approximately $895,000 with a federal assistance to firefighter grant. The township applied for P25 compliant radios. P25 compliant radios will be compliant with all of the mutual aid communities we affiliate ourselves with, which are quite a bit. I just want to give a shout out to our fire director, Jeff Heidzelman, who did a great job. It was a bit of a nail biter because me being new here, the federal government did not update their records, so I couldn't submit the application. I had the FEMA online, I had the fire grant assistance online, but we were able to get it through. I was told to please calm down, ma'am, a few times, but it got through. We also received $50,000 from the State Assistance of Firefighters Grant. That $50,000 will be used to purchase fire hose and some self-contained breathing apparatuses for our firefighters. So that's very exciting. We're going to also look to apply for the LEAP grant, which is the Local Efficiency Achievement Program. We're going to implement something here in Rockaway. We're looking to get about $300,000. Right now, I'm working with DPW and engineering with regard to the top projects that would bring in, the most success. Typically, these are shared services agreement with a minimum of another town. So some towns have won awards for going in and purchasing a jet vac to clean out our catch basins, that kind of a thing. Big pieces of equipment that maybe towns don't use every day, but cost a lot to have and maintain, and you share the cost of that. We're looking at perhaps maybe a multi-town desnagging or some interconnections with mutual towns. So we're looking at that. And I know we're talking a lot about the budget. It's a very big process, and a lot of time and effort goes into that. I'd like to thank our CFO, Lisa, who does the bulk of all of those things. She's got to follow a lot of laws. And I'd also like to thank the folks that are here and that are not here, our department heads and division heads, who put a lot of time and effort and put the needs of our residents first always when putting those numbers on the paper. We make every effort to have a net zero increase, and, congratulations to the mayor and you for achieving that. So I'm very happy to introduce that budget at the next meeting. And thank you very much. And yes, I will say Samia, who organized the whole Ramadan event, I spoke to her. She did an outstanding job. She organized that whole event in a week and a half. And her enthusiasm, I said, I think we need you for Rockaway Day, getting to Council Vice President. So I will get back to you on those two concerns.
Ms. Palmieri?
I have nothing to report tonight, thank you.
Ms. Fronte?
Hasn't she done enough with the budget?
Yeah.
No report tonight.
Chief?
As was already mentioned, we assisted Morristown PD with the parade. We had both officers down there assisting with crowd control. We also had our motorcycle unit down there leading the parade. Our new recruits will be graduating the Passaic County Police Academy on March 21st at 7 p.m. Once they graduate, they'll be starting their 8 weeks of field training. And once they're done with that, they'll be shadowed by senior officers until they're, competent to handle themselves. Also, just as a FYI, we've been getting a lot of fraudulent calls to our residents where these fraudsters are calling, identifying themselves either as Rockaway Township police officers or Morris County Sheriff's officers. And what they're doing is they're trying to scare the people, usually the seniors, into sending them money or these green dot cards. Otherwise, they're threatening these residents with immediate arrest. Well, just to set the record straight, you should never give your personal information to anyone over the phone unless you know who it is. And second of all, if there's an arrest warrant for you, we're not going to let you know we're coming for you. We're just going to come and get you. So just, be forewarned if somebody calls up and is stating they're either a Rockaway Township officer or a sheriff's officer, do not give them any personal information. Do not send them anything. As a matter of fact, one resident was down in the lobby talking to my brother, who's a detective sergeant, and she received a call from somebody claiming to be a Rockaway Township police officer. So, needless to say, my brother got on the phone and discussed it with the person on the other end, and the conversation didn't last long. But just be on guard. If we want you, we'll come and get you. That's it.
Okay, like I said before, I'm going to be calling for a closed session now. Once we go into closed session, I'm going to set a limit of 30 minutes. If we are going to exceed those 30 minutes, then we'll come back out and tell everybody, if you're still here, like I say, I do not expect any action taken as a result of this meeting today. So Resolution R-2461, resolution authorizing an executive closed session in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act to discuss personnel matters, contract negotiation, and potential litigation. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg,
Yes.
President Kritz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses.
No, I saw what Paul said.
Thank you very much. So 9:30.
like to make a motion to return from closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freed,
Yes.
Councilman
Yes.
Friedlander, Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg,
Yes.
President Kritz.
Yes, it's 9 yeses, motion passes. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Everybody stay well.